Here's looking at you, Aries. Where you are at is the Ace of Wands because you are in transition. You're moving it. Everything. It feels to me like you're being promoted. So you're going from a place where you were a follower or just a low-level commander to being a much higher-level commander. I'm going to use a Star Trek analogy here. You're basically moving from commander to captain. So now all of a sudden now you're going to have to lead people in a way that you can totally handle. But the Emperor comes after this to kind of reinforce my point. You're literally becoming the captain. So now everybody's going to be looking at you, trying you to tell them what to do and how to do it. So the biggest, the most important part of this reading, I've already said a couple times in the first take, this is my second take, is that you absolutely cannot lose a hold of who you are. That is the most important thing in this reading. Do not let rules and regulations make it so that you lose your way and start doing things the way everybody else does instead of being the awesome person that you are. Defiance here comes for the Nine of Wands, which is why you're going to be tempted to go along with what people say, but you absolutely must not. The reason why you're a captain, the reason why they chose you to be captain, the reason why people have followed you and listened to you all this time is because of how awesome you are. And the only reason that's going to stick around is if you do not succumb to the system and the way the system works. Because the system has more or less to do about just control and regulation instead of true inspiration and actual victory. The Tower comes on the other side of that because the first time you actually go out there and try to be a leader, it's probably going to be a little rough. I don't think you're going to fail, but it's going to be rough. You're going to perform in a way it's probably not going to be the greatest thing in the world because it's tough going from the minors to the majors or going from college to the NFL. From having somebody tell you commands and then from you actually making the commands. Four of Pentacles here is what you're going to be tempted to do is retreat as a result of what happens with the upheaval, but I absolutely insist that you must not. You must hang on to your character. Stick it out. You're going to be just fine. Believe in yourself because you have what it takes. Don't let people tell you otherwise. And people are really going to try to tell you otherwise. The Seven of Swords here comes up for deception. There's going to be people that are going to be quite happy with watching you, like, not screw up overall, but just make messes or whatever, and they're going to try to amplify the fact that they think you suck. Not everybody you're going to encounter is actually happy with you moving up because the more you shine, the more you make people look bad, look at themselves and realize how shitty they are. Don't let that stop you. Stay true to yourself. Six of Pentacles comes on the other side of this. If you can make it to spar for the universe giving you generosity, things will get better. Somebody's going to realize how awesome you are. Not everything you do is going to be bad. All you got to do is just practice a little bit. You'll be just fine. Death comes on the other side of this for the solidification of your transition from commander to captain. So as you sit there and as you start being, even though you have the title of captain in the beginning of this, you're not going to feel like the captain, especially with the screw-ups and people trying to screw you over. But through the transition, you're absolutely going to solidify it. You will know who you are. And when you do, it's all going to be roses as the materials shift positively in your favor.